Introduction to neural networks and fuzzy logic. How
ఏమనుకున్నాం
the human beings and computers are differentiated. Okay, what are the organizations of biological neurons? How the biological neuron is different from your artificial neuron. These are the
అందాక
things
ఆట మాట్లాడుకోవచ్చు
in earlier 1, 2, 3 classes we have learned, and in our fourth class, that is last class, we have learned the model of ANN, that which will be including the input neuron, output neuron, and the processor. And coming to different architectures, single layer, multi-layer architectures we have learned, and recurrent architectures, and some of the characteristics of ANN,
అమ్మమ్మని
artificial
అడిగిపోతే
neural
వేసుకొచ్చేవాళ్ళని
networks. These are the things which we have learned in our previous class. So in today's class we shall learn about Macaulay-Pitts neuron model, which is the first mathematical neuron model developed in replica of a biological neuron. This is the mankind's first mathematical model. Mankind's first mathematical model developed for a biological neuron. It was developed. It was
షూటింగ్
developed
స్టార్ ఏనా
in
షూటింగ్ స్టార్ ఏమైంది
1943. In 1943, it was developed by two scientists named Van Macaulay and Walter Pitts. Okay, this is purely based on input output neurons. Okay, here you have two types of neurons, excitatory neuron and inhibitory neurons. The excitatory neuron is the one neuron which is giving you the excitation signal, that is firing signal for the neuron to transmit the electrical signal. Inhibitory means which will be preventing. Okay, based on these two types of neurons, excitatory neurons and inhibitory neurons, this Macaulay-Pitts neuron model was developed. So please note down this architecture of Macaulay-Pitts neuron, in which you are having n number of excitatory neurons and n plus 1 to n plus m number of inhibitory neurons. We have two types of neurons working here in combination. One is giving you excitation signal for the transmission of signal, and the other one is preventing it. Okay, in some cases you require the prevention of the signal also. So the output y is a function of g of x. G of x is represented as a summation of all the input neurons, either it is excitatory neurons or inhibitory neurons. Okay, so here g of x is algebraic sum of all the input neurons, and here we need to consider again theta parameter, which is the thresholding parameter. If g of x is greater than or equal to theta, then function of g of x is 1. In the other case, if g of x is less than theta, then function of g of x is, that is, the output neuron is responding as a function of either combination of excitatory neurons or inhibitory neurons, either 1 or 0. So Numerically, the inputs are also either ones or zeros, and in output is also 1 or 0. So f of y of in, it is similar to your f of g of x. Okay, y of y in or g of x, both are the same. So the equation reflecting this only I have again rewritten here. Theta is indicating your threshold value. Always your the threshold should satisfy this relation, that is theta is always greater than nw minus p. See p in the sense here, if you are having 2 x1 x2, okay, so n is equal to 2. 2 times w minus only 1 p is there, means 1 p. You are considering 1 p. So 210 has some sort of question. What is your question, please? Please type in chat box. Nothing. So here we are having the threshold should satisfy always this relation. The threshold value should satisfy always this relation, that is theta is greater than nw minus p. Suppose n is equal to 2. 2 times weighing values minus 1. So theta should be always greater than 2 minus 1. Suppose w is 1, p is 1, 2 minus 1. Theta should be always greater than 1. That is the condition for the threshold. And the other one is, if you are this McHale-Pitts neuron model will be firing if it receives k or more excitatory inputs and no inhibitory inputs. So the condition here, W is the weighing factor for your excitatory neurons. So this condition should be always satisfied. That is Kw should be greater than or equal to theta, always greater than K minus 1 into W. Okay, the threshold relation should be satisfied, and the neuron model will be receiving signal only if this excitatory inputs are more than inhibitory inputs. Okay, you please note down these three equations. This figure, which is representing basic architecture of McHale-Pitts neuron model, and this equation, theta is representing thresholding parameter. Okay, based on this McHale-Pitts neuron model, you can realize basic digital gates. Okay, here you are having AND gate, OR gate, NOT gate, exclusive OR gate. All these gates are there. So you may be asked to generate the output of logical AND gate by using this McHale-Pitts neuron model. So in that case, you should be able to identify what should be my threshold value. That is very important. Okay, so hope you understood this model, and in continuation with this I am going for some examples. If you have any queries, you can raise your hand and ask. Hope you understood. I am moving on to next first example. So if before going to the n function, okay, before going to your first example, let us consider the geometrical interpretation of Macaulay-Pitts neuron model. Suppose if you are considering two inputs x1, x2. Okay. So for n function, the output of an n function will be 1 only when both the inputs are 1. x1 1 and x2 1. So x1 plus x2 is equal to 2, which you are considering as your threshold value. Okay. So here you can see the equation x1 plus x2 is equal to sum of xi should be always greater than or equal to 2. Then only your output function will give you 1. Please note down this. If any of the inputs of AND gate is 0, the output is obviously 0. For the combinations, for all the three combinations 0 0, 1 0, 0 1, the output will be 0. Except when both the inputs are 1, the output will be 1. So, in continuation with this, you may be asked a question like this. It's realize the output of logical AND function by using Macaulay-Pitts neuron model. So here, we know the AND function is returning a output only when both the inputs are true. That is, when both the inputs are 1, we get the output 1. So how to realize this using MP neuron model? First, you need to identify what is the threshold value. Okay, what is the threshold value? The threshold on unit on this neuron model should be 2, because you have learned here 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, which is identified as a threshold value. Always the algebraic sum of inputs should be either greater than or equal to 2. So based on this geometric interpretation, we are identifying the threshold value. Hope you got this clarification. And here the output is function of y in or function of g of x. So the net input is given by y in is equal to sum of weights into input. So here you are considering weights to be 2, W1 1 and W2 is also 1. So x1 into 1 plus x2 into 1. So y input is x1 plus x2. Clear? The net input is given by y in, which is algebraic sum of weights. Here weights you are considering are 1 1 and inputs x1 x2. Okay. So based on these conditions, we are going for next case. So activations of output neuron. The activation of output neuron can be formed using this equation. Capital Y is representing your output neuron. Here capital Y is representing your output neuron. The output will be 1 if your y in is greater than or equal to 2. Else it will be 0. So for first case, if you are considering considering x1, x2 to be 1 values. So y in is equal to x1 plus x2, which is equal to 2. So this condition is satisfied. That is, y input is either greater than or equal to 2. So your output y will be 1. First case. Okay, next case. If x1 is 1 and x2 is 0, x1 is 1 and x2 is 0, your y in will be 0 plus 1, 1. Okay, here y in is less than 2. So your output will be 0. This is the same case when x1 is 0 and x2 is 1. Otherwise, x1 is 1 and x2 is 0. This condition is repeated for two values 1 0 and 0 1. Okay, and last case when both x1 x2 are 0 zeros. So your y in is 0. F of y in is equal to either 1 or 0 based on the threshold value. Okay, if your threshold value is achieved greater than or equal to 2, you are getting output to be 1. If it is less than 2, you are getting output to be 0. So your AND gate is realized using the Michelopitz neuron model. Hope you understood this. Okay. In continuation with this, next logical gate, generate OR function using Michelopitz neuron model. Here, the OR function returns a high value only if any one of the input is high, and returns a low value if none of the inputs is high. Okay, here the truth table, we know the truth table for OR function. If any of the input is high, the output will be high. Else, if none of the inputs is high, the output will be low. You know the truth table for OR gate. This is the only exclusive condition that when none of the inputs are high, the output is low value. So first thing you need to identify the threshold value. Here you need to identify the threshold value. Here the threshold for this unit is considered to be 3. So net input is calculated as y is equal to 3x1 plus 3x2. So here the output is given as a function of y in. Is the output is always either 0 or 1. Similarly, your input is also either 0 or 1. Okay. Only real values you can consider will be for the threshold value. Okay, here your threshold value you are considering is 3. If y input is greater than or equal to 3, you get an output 1. Y in is less than 3, you get an output 0. So first case if you are considering when both x1 x2 are 1 1, when both x1 x2 are 1 1. Okay, so y in is equal to 3 into 1 plus 3 into 1, you get 6, which is greater than the threshold value 3. So your output y is equal to 1. Clear? Hope it is clear for everyone. Next case. Next case. Here, next case. X11, X20. X11, X20. So you are considering X11 and X20. So your threshold value is 3 into 1 plus 3 into 0. You get 3. So you are applying your activation function formula and you get y to be 1. So in the other case, x10 and x21, this is same replica. In that case also your output will be 1. And fourth case, when both the inputs are zeros. When both the inputs are zeros, your y input is 3 into 0 plus 3 into 0 is equal to 0, which is less than the threshold value 3. So your output is 0. So you have realized your OR gate also. In a similar fashion, you can realize your exclusive OR, exclusive AND gate, and NOT gate, and NOT gate is also there. One more additional gate you will be learning here is AND NOT gate. Okay, so in continuation with this, next example, NOT gate. Realize NOT function using McHale-Pitts neuron model. Hope all of you are able to follow, and I insist all of you to please note down. Okay, the NOT function returns true value if the input is false. Okay, not if the input is false, the output will be true. Similarly, if the input is true, the output will be false. The NOT function, if your input is 1, output is 0. Input is 0, output is 1. So here, your threshold value you need to consider will be 1. Okay. So the McHale-Pitts neuron model for this function is as shown in the figure. Just x, y. See, you need to write the truth table. You need to draw the neuron model for every gate. Okay, for whatever gates we have learned, you need to draw the model. The model you need to draw, you need to write your truth table and write this description also. Okay, so the net input y in is equal to x into w. W is 1. So y in is equal to w into x. The output activation is given. Y is equal to f of y in, either 1 or 0. If y in is less than 1, because it is reverse. Here it is in the reverse. Y in is greater than or equal to 1, it is 0. So we are applying the condition x is equal to 1. So y in is equal to 1 into 1, 1. Here applying this condition, x1 is equal to 1, y in is equal to 1. So f of y in, if y in is less than 1, you get output to be 1. If y in is greater than or equal to 1, your output will be 0. Okay, so your output is 0. Next, the other case, x1 0, y in is also 0, because x1 into w you are considering 1 into 0 0. So f of y in, f of y in will be either 1 or 0 based on y in value. Your y in value is 0, so y in is y in value 0. You got y in value 0, so y in is less than 1, so the output will be 1. Clear? Hope these three gates you can realize using the Macaulay-Pitts neuron model. I'll share this PPT. You can note down and learn in a notebook. Okay. So if you have any queries, please type in chat box. If you have any queries or any clarifications, I shall clarify now only. Please respond. So one more gate I feel like showing you is exclusive OR. You can note down this simply. Exclusive OR gate or logic gate. Okay. So in this exclusive OR logic gate, your output will be high if any of the input is high. Exclusive OR. Okay. So here you can realize using AND not as well as OR. Okay. You can realize using AND not gate. AND not gate. I'll give you the truth table for AND not also. Okay. The truth table for AND not. So it is this realization of gates for analyzing your neuron model is simply logical, very easy. Okay, either AND gate, OR gate, NOT gate, or AND NOT gate. Okay, only these four basic gates. You can realize exclusive OR, exclusive AND gate also for analyzing this neuron model. Okay, so here AND NOT gate. See inputs x1, x2, 1, 1. You have x1, x2, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. So here output you are considering AND NOT. Okay, the truth table for AND NOT gate. When you are having the output Z1, when you are having the output Z2, you have negative values also. Okay, W1 is 1, W2 is minus 1. The weights for each input neurons. So based on these values, you are having your output Z1 and output Z2. Okay, here you can understand this. So in the exclusive logic OR gate, you are having hidden layer which are considered to be Z1, Z2. Okay, in that you are again considering signal being transmitted from Z2 to X2, Z X2 to Z1. Sorry, this is X1, I think. X1, X2, and Y. Okay, so X1, XOR X2. You are considering like this.
I think on the
This first variable is your X1. This is actually X1. Okay, X1 XOR X2. X1 and not X2 or X2 and not X1. So here you are considering intermittent variables Z1 and Z2. So based on this intermittent variables, you are considering your activation function and your threshold value. The threshold value here you are considering is 1 only. Okay. So please note down this and analyze it. Which will be please note down this table and not table. So when your output Z1 you want, if you want your Z1, you are considering X1 and not X2. Okay, so here you can observe the weights, different weights 1, -1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. So your Z1 will be 1 only in the case when W1 is 1, X1 is 1. Okay. For remaining all the things it will be 0. And here again in X2 and not X1, when X2 is 1 and W2 is 1, you get an output 1. So here Y in is Z1 into W1 plus Z2 into W2. So using this equation, it is very clear that your output is a function of the output is a function of Y in. Either it is 1 or 0 based on the threshold values. Y in is greater than or equal to 1 or Y in is less than 1. So using this AND NOT logic for x1 and x2. Okay, x1 1, x2 1. You get your z to be 0 0. If you are skipping up this, if you are skipping up the intermittent or hidden layer, this is indicating your hidden layer. Okay, this is indicating your hidden layer. You will get your exclusive OR output. See, if any of the inputs is 1, the output is 1 for an exclusive OR gate. Okay, that is a condition. But in order to get a clear picture of signal transmission in the neuron model, you are using this intermittent variables Z1 and Z2, which is considered along with the weights W1 and W2. So Y in is equal to Z1 W1 plus Z2 W2. So your output will be 1 if Y in is greater than or equal to 1, and output will be 0 if Y in is less than 1. So You need to consider this intermittent or hidden layer variables also for clear cut operation of the exclusive OR gate. Okay, if both the inputs are 1 and both the inputs are 0, you get an output 0 in both the cases. Okay, so if you are seeing this architecture clearly, you can understand the flow of signal. You can understand the flow of your signal from input to output. So the activation function you are considering here, Zin is equal to x1 w1 plus x2 w2. Zin2 is equal to x1 w1 plus x2 w2. Okay, so based on this activation functions and this architecture, you are realizing your exclusive OR gate. Hope it is clear. So in next class we shall continue with the next neuron model. Three more models are there. Neuron models, basic neuron models, which you need to learn and ident- analyze, identify or realize the gates like this. Okay, you are having three more neuron models. One is your Hodgkin-Huxley neuron model, integrate and fire neuron model, and third one is spiking neuron model. So with this three neuron models, we will complete our first unit and applications of ANN. Okay, you have three more additional neuron models. Why we have learned this McCulloch-Pitts neuron model is it is first mathematical model derived for your biological neuron, which is simple and easy, which is working based on excitatory and inhibitory neurons. It is working purely on two neurons. Okay, excitatory neurons and inhibitory neurons. So here I am repeating this MP neuron model is working on excitatory neurons. These first three are your excitatory neurons, which will be giving you the excitation signal for transmitting your electrical signal, or it is pushing up, firing your neuron. It will be firing your neuron, and whereas the other three, in general, here in the picture we have given 3 and 3 only. The other 3 are inhibitory neurons, which will be suppressing the signal transmission, which is also essential for your proper transmission of electrochemical signals in your neurons. Okay, you call this in the medical terms as neurotransmitters. Okay, the excitatory neurons or inhibitory neurons, we call them as neurotransmitters, which are useful for proper convey of message from input neurons to the output neurons. Okay, this is the very first mathematical model designed by two scientists. in 1943 only it was developed, and the other you were able to realize the basic gates also. Okay, thank you. I will end here. If you have any queries you can ask. Please refer back the YouTube channels also if you prefer, else you go for referring the textbook also. Okay, thank you. We'll end up here and we shall continue in next class.